Dr. Bankhead here at the Struggle in Thinking Out Loud. I think this is going to be the last one that'll detail how I got to where I got and how I found out about the witches. So I was listening to these different tarot readers, and the details I was taking a note of, and I could see where the messages were resonating with my life and my experiences. So the information I received that initially it was just my friend who turns out to be someone who dabbles in dark magic. And she was doing spells on me because apparently she's very successful at her spell casting. And her spells weren't as effective as she was desiring them to be. So she got with three or four of her friends and she spread some lies about me. And they agreed to connect with her and do group spells. So they did group spells on me. And when their group spells weren't as effective as they anticipated them to be because they were very successful at their craft, then they enlisted the help of up to 18 to 20 people. Now, these are people I have no idea who they are. I have no idea how extensive it is. Although, according to the readers, it's a family cult. So, take it for what it is. I don't know if they're related, blood related, or, they consider themselves a family like a sorority. I have no idea. You know, I don't know if there's any criminal activity. I don't know if there's any embezzlement. I don't know if there's any murders. I know that the readings have suggested that such activity has taken place, even trafficking, sex trafficking, money laundering. I don't know how extensive this is. I don't know how extensive the network is. They also mentioned the government. I don't know if the government officials are involved in this as well. But as far as I know, anything is possible because I honestly never thought that I would be a target of any witches. I mean, when I told the woman in the office that I never expected anybody to put a spell on me because I didn't believe on it. And so I wasn't expecting it to happen. So to find out that it has in fact been happening to me for over 40 years has come as a great shock to me. But I can see how it was because every time some sugar honey iced tea would happen to me, I would just dig in a little deeper, work a little harder, and find a way to climb back up to something that felt a little more pleasurable, a little more easy, and I was a little more content. And the witches were not happy because they were attempting to destroy my life. Yeah, I understand there was supposedly a hit on me. A car accident. Car accidentally runs over me. Or a car runs into my car. But here's the thing. I was translating that into anxiety and I was anxious. I was anxious on the road. It's like, you know what? I'm not trying to drive out here. I don't know where I am. I don't know the people around where I don't know the areas around here. The people around here know where they're driving. They drive like bats out of hell, and I'm driving like the Sunday driver. And those two, like oil and water, do not mix. So, no, I'm not trying to be out here on these roads, these highways, and these byways, and I don't know where I am. I'm not comfortable. Yeah, I got a GPS. Yeah, it's telling me where to go, and I got to look for that street because I don't know where that street is. And then these cars zooming on. Cars in the right lane making left hand turns, cars in the left lane making right hand turns. Ain't nobody using the drive a signal. So you just got to keep your eye on the road. I don't need to be looking at the GPS and I'm trying to read a sign and I'm trying to look for the signs on the road and the street signs. I'm not doing all that. So the anxiety had gotten me and I wasn't going out. So I'm living in the now, and in the now I can walk to the stores and get what I need if I really want to. I can walk to some stores. Yeah, I might get better prices if I went further away, but I'm trying to get into that feeling of what it is to be affluent and not have that poor poverty mentality any longer. That low level mentality. I wasn't interested in having that any longer. So I was doing what I could do in my state, my obvious state, to live in the state I desired to be living in. And then maybe what I was desiring would come to me and I would be fulfilled. And finally, I'd be able to live the life of my dreams. That was my goal. That's my intent. And that was what I was focused on doing. So nobody and nothing was going to shake that from me. hmm Yeah, so, having heard that it was an extensive network, I don't know how far it is. I don't know how far it extends. For all I know, it could be my next door neighbor. I have no idea, no clue. But I do not walk in fear. But yea, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, thou shalt fear no evil. No. I prefer to walk in love. It's like the opposite of love is fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Mhm. Yeah. So no, I don't prefer the feeling of being in fear. It's like a tongue twister. I prefer to walk in love. I prefer to feel the vibration of love. That's why when all the time that you were putting your spells and casting your curses on me and wishing for my destruction and causing all hell to break loose in my environment, in my life, and in the people around me, the reason why I never left without a smile. I never left without a word of encouragement or inspiration for others is because by spreading love, I was receiving love. And honey, I needed to receive some love because you wished for me to go through hell. Yes, sir, the dark night of the soul. I went through it over and over and over again. So when my dear mother told me on her deathbed that she saw me going through the desert for 40 years, I now know exactly what she was referring to. This is Dr. Bankhead thinking out loud at the struggle in, inviting you to share the video, like, subscribe, comment below, and check me out again. I'm grateful for your presence, and I'm fully grateful, and you are too.